his first full official working day in office, and many have begun to say, well, we are on course. He visited the president. Some comments were made, specifically the governor saying, I am here to thank the president for the role he played to ensure peace, governance returned to the state. But the question I'd like you to respond to is whether this found relationship now between the governor and the president, which, if you remember, wasn't there when the governor first assumed office as governor of Rivers State. Now that they have this relationship, how does it affect his relationship with the FCT minister? Well, we'll come into all of that detail later. But for now, let me introduce my guest. He is a lawyer and President General, Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership, Chizzy, Enyi. Sir, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother and friend. Good morning, Rivers people.
Should I also add a member of the now what's the English again now? Now should I say, I don't want to say disbanded, simplified movement. I don't think disbanded is the word. You were a member of the simplified movement, were you?
Yeah, I was until the governor disbanded it.
Exactly. So
there is no membership as to that now.
A former member of the disbanded simplified movement, if I put it that way. All right. Let's quickly get into it so we save the time. I'll start off with, so far, the governor's return and what we are seeing. What's your take first? Let's start from there. What's your take?
Yeah, with respect to the governor's return, let me assume that the governor got a privileged information as to what would have happened, assuming he didn't come.
Assuming he didn't come?
Yes, I'm sure the governor got privileged information. The reason is that, on the said Thursday he was supposed to come, he didn't come. Rivers people marched to government house awaiting his arrival. He didn't come. On Friday, they were about marching to government house before they heard that he would be arriving at the airport. And now they went to the airport. Let me tell you why I assume that the governor got privileged information. Assuming the governor didn't come back on that Friday, since that day till today, the same level of mobilization on street march would have remained until today, until any day he will come. That is to tell you the extent of joy in Rivers State.
Some people think that it was organized and perhaps monies were somehow sent or spent through the back door to mobilize these people to welcome the governor.
I want to know on earth what has not been organized. I want to know that thing that has not. Even family meetings are being organized by people. Does it mean they are no longer family members? Rivers people organize themselves, and we are waiting for their governor. I said the governor got privileged information. Else, what happened on Thursday would have repeated it himself on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yesterday, today, Tuesday, until the day the governor will come. It would have continued to happen. So if anybody is saying that it was organized, I want to know what has not been organized before that took place.
So how did this organization work? Because yesterday I was speaking with the President General of the GDI, and some things he raised, which was quite valid, was the fact that at least we also observed that we didn't see those that would be termed as supporters of the FCT minister welcoming the governor at the airport or even at the government house the day before. And so how did the arrangement go? Was there any meetings between both sides, since we now have a, in quote, reconciliation?
You see, the problem I have with the likes of the President General of, the President of GDI, is when you are talking about Rivers State, you limit it to Wike. It's very unfortunate too. I don't know how Rivers State has come to be the personal estate of Wike. Rivers people were there, devoid of party. I'm talking of Rivers people. You know, I never voted for Enyi Fubara. You know too well. I'm one of his major critics. But because of his lifestyle, we all see it as something too different from what we thought. Hence, we decided to support him to govern Rivers State. As the governor of Rivers State, it is presumed that he is not supposed to be partisan. And the government of Rivers State was suspended for the past 6 months. And restoring it now, Rivers people are happy. We don't want to be under military rule again. We don't want to be under emergency again. And Rivers people were happy. Those market women that were dancing, singing, and celebrating, were they party members? So why are they limiting it to the supporters of SIM and supporters
Maybe
of,
because there's a reconciliation, and it would have been a good show if we saw critical stakeholders from those who are termed loyalists of the FCT minister also being there present to welcome the governor. Don't you think?
Is it not at your discretion to so take a decision on what to do? Must they go to the airport? We are talking of Rivers people. Do you think the reconciliation was only between Wike and SIM? How about the assembly members who was also returned? Were there no reconciliation with them? And you think everybody is happy with
So was there a welcome for the assembly members, the lawmakers?
Rivers people are celebrating the return of democracy, and who is the head here? The governor. So should it be splitted for Christ's sake? The celebration is all encompassing. Why didn't the assembly members come out to celebrate the return of democracy? They ought to come out now. Okay, the GDI people, assuming they are saying that there is a split in the celebration, why didn't they go to celebrate the assembly people? Rivers people are celebrating the return of democracy. The return of democracy, and who is the head with respect to democratic institutions here in Rivers? It is the governor. So should we split loyalty as to who is heading the state? It's very unfortunate that Bright Amewule is handing. So, and the worst of it all is that I even heard he said those who went there were all cultists. And though you corrected him, that's why I don't want to dwell into that much. Even also, my immediate younger brother was there. That is a wisdom Enyi. My friend and brother Chief David Umrejo was there. My friend Andy Abov was there, and several others, including myself. Imagine Bright Amewule.
So are you a cultist?
Ask Bright Amewule now.
If
not for the democracy and the peaceful nature we are managing in Rivers State, I wonder if so many court actions wouldn't have been filed against Bright Amewule as at now. And in fact, the women who were there, who are supposed to be Bright Amewule's mother, those ones who are cultists. We are talking of Rivers people. Rivers people. We are there to but Bright is saying,
don't you agree with him when he says that, well, because of the sensitive nature of the politics in Rivers State at the moment, and the fact that we're just experiencing some reconciliation, and it is important to get the supporters of both the governor, the FCT minister on one page and let people see that indeed there is a reconciliation, it would have made a lot more sense. Not because what you did is bad, but it would have been better if everybody had done this together. It would have shown a more united front. Do you disagree with that?
Okay, I don't disagree with that. But do you know that Bright Amewule is one who in his entire life is filled with lapses? You know why? He does not even know how to coordinate. He does not know how to do things. He's just there as president of GDI for presidential sake, just as the president. Let me tell you, in Wike's political umbrella, the highest group there, as we talk about, in Wike's political umbrella, not the Renewed Hope, the Renewed Hope belongs to the president. Wike's highest political group is the GDI. And if there is peace in Wike's camp, which group ought to take prominence in the organization of whatever? Is it not him? And his lapses is what...
So you're saying the GDI should have been the ones to organize this?
Thank you. Assuming it's political, it should have been GDI. But it's not political. It's Rivers people. And assuming they called that GDI people should go and welcome Seminala Fubara, and you think that such number of persons would have been there, where would they bring them? Would they go to heaven?
But the fact that you say it's not political, shouldn't it be something that would have been done not with a political umbrella, not GDI, not anything, but just the supporters of both political figures in the state together having a meeting to say, okay, our governor is coming, we have had reconciliation, let us go.
Must there be a meeting? The governor is to resume work on Monday. On Thursday. Rivers people gotten that window of information. Individually went to government house gate. Those who raised money to pay transport themselves went to government house gate.
Okay, everybody just went on their own. There wasn't any conversation held.
There were no meeting held as to that effect. If there was, where? I said the Rivers people went there. Just like I'm talking with you now, I heard that there are those in government house waiting to receive the governor. I went. That was how I went. Nobody called me before God and man, between me and you. Nobody called me that they are arranging for this. That is on my side. That is for me. And several others who we are there to the same thing. So how come Rivers people are doing something? Assuming me and you now came up with an idea, let us just call our friends, to call others, let them come, that we are going to receive the governor. What is wrong with that? Must everything in Rivers State be political? Okay, Bright is angry that maybe they didn't raise money to him.
No, he didn't say that.
No, they didn't raise money for him.
No, that's not what he said. So let's not misinterpret.
That is not what he said. But you should interpret it to that way, that maybe because the governor didn't give him money to organize his reception.
No, did the governor give the people who did this one money?
That is why he's angry. He's angry for Rivers people. No, he's not angry. Let me tell you.
He didn't say
he didn't mention name of the organizers.
He didn't say anything about money.
No, he didn't mention the organizer.
And you two have said that there was no monies that was disbursed for anything.
You said here that money listen,
I asked you a question that some people, I didn't say him. I said there are those that feel like these sort of arrangements would have been monies put together. And I didn't say it was the governor that gave the money. Yes. But in Rivers State and the politics of this state, organizing these sort of movements has always required funds.
Let me tell you, that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, when people want to do something, they arrange themselves. Not all those that went there knew that that such day would come as for such reception. But the man, now they go receive governor, come, you went. Maybe the person that called you have called one or two of his friends. They raise money now, but the man come with 2-3 persons and all that stuff. I want to know what is wrong with the people of Rivers State organizing themselves, not under any political guys.
So are you confident that the political peace we have now in Rivers State, it would impact the supporters? Because it seems as though supporters of these two political figures, I mean the governor and the FCT minister, still have a lot of mending to do.
When the governor came, what did you hear him say? He talks about peace has been restored. And the next thing is governance and development. Governance and development is what we need from him. Let me tell you, I didn't make peace with the governor on politics. I made peace with the governor on terms of development and the angle he took Rivers State from. Up to today, I'm still not in the same party with him. To take a decision whether to vote for him if he is to recontest is personal. So we should look at Rivers State and governance and leave all these people that would want to cause problem where there is no.
So now that you mentioned that, he visited the president and this relationship with the president, I asked the question before we started with you, how this would be looked at, because it seems as though there's going to be some very good relationship between the governor and the president, which wasn't there when he first came into office, because, I mean, the FCT minister was his go-to man at the time as his political godfather. Do you think that his relationship with the president now could affect how he relates with the FCT minister?
I want to be very sure of what you're saying, that he does not have such a relationship with the president before now.
Before now, okay, remind me, before all of the political issues that started midway into his first year in office, was there a time that we saw the governor visit the president without the FCT minister being present at the villa?
I can't be very exact.
Every time we saw it, the FCT minister was present.
I'm coming. I said I can't be very exact, because there are times the governors have met with the president without the FCT minister. The governors met with the president without the FCT minister. And you don't know whether during the governors' meeting, whether the governor personally interacted with the president.
So you're saying that there's been a relationship between the governor and the president at this level?
There must be. It must not be on party basis. The governor is the governor and the president is the president. So if you watch what happened yesterday, he didn't say he went to establish a relationship with the president.
No.
He said he went to see the Mr. President to formally inform him that he has resumed office, and to also thank him on the intervention timely of what was happening in Rivers State. And also, he got an advice, fatherly advice from the president on how to move forward. Did he say that he went to establish a new relationship? Or he went to...
No, I mean, don't you think that position would have been because maybe the issue with the politics in the state built some sort of relationship between himself and the president that wasn't there before?
No, not correct. Assuming you're the person who recently took over your office, which you are suspended, won't you go to see the president and tell him you have?
Of course, that's because prior to that time we would have been having conversations. That's the reason why he helped me sort the problem out,
Now
or help the state if you want.
Now you are saying it.
So that's what I'm saying. So at the time things were good, we didn't see much of the governor and the president.
Now I'm coming. See, have you seen? Even now that things are like this, have you seen? Is this going to see Mr. President to inform him that he has resumed office? Does not require any third party, for Christ's sake.
Okay, we'll discuss more on this and get thoughts about this even more and how it affects the development in Rivers State. But first, we'll take a commercial. For those of us on Facebook who like to get your comments, let us hear what your thoughts are and what you think, and also let us know you've heard what my guest said with regards to the welcoming of the governor. Well, we'll find out more after the commercial. Good morning. My name is Ifiemi. Enyi is with me in the studio. We have been discussing the resumption of the governor, his visit to the president, and concerns raised by supporters of the FCT minister within the political space following my conversation yesterday with the GDI President General. And if you missed any part of our conversation, I encourage you to go on Facebook. The handle is at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go back and listen to some of the things that we discussed before the break, and you can then comment accordingly. The phone numbers to call are 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, or 0817 923 0007. This one says, I'm happy being in the same. Okay. Michael Jacob Azaya says it will not. Instead, is going to work for him for second tenure. I stand in solidarity with your guest because he wants a peaceful River State. Gosoka, that's from you. Prince Eric Wokocha says, thank you to your guest for always keep it belongs to the God by the people. That's what it is. Another person here says, I was called by my friends. I left my office and went to welcome the governor. Nobody paid us or called me at any time. Thank God Ability says, if Bright Ameole has not made peace with the governor, he should make peace with the governor now. Okay, I don't think Mr. Ameole ever said that he has issues with the governor. He was only mostly concerned about trying to ensure that supporters of both political figures work together. That would be for the best interest of the state in general. Mr. Andrew, there's bitterness. The bitterness in the heart of the governor's supporters and supporters of the FCT minister will not allow them reunite again in this state. I stand to be corrected. Okay, hopefully you will be corrected. Let's go to Rumokuta. We'll start with Chima. Chima, quickly, go ahead with your question or contribution straight to the point. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your headphone, please.
The governor just visited the president and will begin to fantasize things. Now, your guest in the studio said that everything is being organized, and the same time he is telling you again that it was not organized.
You didn't understand him properly then, what he was trying to say. He says, show me one thing in this world that is not organized. That's how he put it.
I'm showing you that the gathering there, you understand that he's saying now, is it not organized or it's not organized? Because if he has said that, which means it is being organized, and which means the Judicial connector wasn't wrong. Because he said these people were a group of persons that they organized. And you are saying now that it was not organized. At the same time, you're saying that everything is being organized. That's what I'm talking about here now. So the Judicial man isn't wrong. Then there is a relationship between the president and the governor. Is it something we should worry ourselves about? What we should worry ourselves is that can it be put to practice? You understand what they have discussed there? Because already the governor at the time has condemned the emergency rule by saying that he didn't fight it because he's kind of person. And he's still again going to thank the president again.
The governor did not condemn the emergency rule, Chima. That's a wrong impression, please.
He did not contest it.
Yes.
Because of his love peace, is it not it?
That is not condemn, Chima. That does not mean condemn now.
No, the issue is that now it simply means that it was not properly done. That's what he meant. Mr. Ifiemi, I have been condemned so much in this video, so sometimes you can allow me to talk when I have.
When you go out of point, Chima, we would have to bring you back.
I'm not going out of point now. I'm talking according to what you put said. We are talking here now. So what I'm saying essence is that your guys in the studio they are trying to creep back into where they were before, because what he's saying is creepy. What I saw yesterday was an hijack. They want to hijack the governor again. When they see
All right.
the governor is going to allow them to hijack him, it is on its own detriment.
All right, Chima, thank you. Lebaton is in Ajip. Good morning.
Thank you, Ifiemi Andrew.
All right, go on, please.
Who are our governor now? They don't come again. Chizzy, good morning.
Morning, my brother.
Yes, I listen to you very carefully. And I want everybody to close round and work with the governor. Please, whatever group you belong to. Even me, I belong to a group. But at least we have to come together to make sure River State moves forward. Look at how many billion we lost 250-something billion naira in 6 months just go like that. Whether the River State people is involved, whether they're not involved, the money have gone. So we don't need to be throwing words on each other again. Bright Amewere is not looking for mobilization to go to airport or not. So please, I'm begging you, the word you use that he was looking for money for mobilization. No. Everybody cannot be in the airport. Like me, I was supposed to be in the government house, but I see no reason why I should be there. What I was expecting is the governor to address me on that Thursday, but the governor failed to show up. Nevertheless, we are having a vacuum on Thursday, because when they advanced sleep on Wednesday, there was nobody in government house. So there was vacuum in the government house. You understand me? But nevertheless, he returned on Friday. People received him. The people that received him was the River State people. Whether they were mobilized or not, it's the River State people that received him. So I'm begging everybody, both Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, whatever group you belong to, let's come together. We need to move this state forward.
All right. Thank you, Lebaton. Braid from Agri. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Ifiemi.
All right, Braid. Let's hear you, please.
Chizzy, Barrister Chizzy, good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Chief Comrade, I am free. Yes, the truth is that let's close ranks to have one River State. And the governor has said it, that no victor, no vanquish. He has gone to see Mr. President. And I believe that within this short period of time, River State has lost a lot. If you look at our IGRO, our internal generated revenue, and also 13% oil derivation and federal allocation, what have they used it for within this short period of 6 months? And who lose is River State. I want to appeal to both the all factions and the two people, the Wiki and the governor. They have closed ranks. So all their subordinates to please close ranks. The reception that we are giving to the governor come out of the people. It's just like when your country playing a football and they emerge victoriously. The people will come out in their numbers. That is what happened in River State. Because democracy has come to stay.
All right.
The people were happy.
Thank you, Braid.
They rejoice and they come out in their number.
Magnus from Mount 3. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And to your special guest, Chizzy. I agree to you,
Meka.
Very quickly, I think the visit by our dear governor to Mr. President is a welcome development, and I continue to say that here in Rivers, we cannot do it alone. We need federal collaboration. And so that visit is to cement the relationship between the governor and the president. So I don't see anything wrong with the visit. I want to appeal that Rivers State as it is today belongs to all of us. It is not for a particular set of politicians. And so if we want development in this state, we must come together as a people to foster that peace and development. I continue to point out what is happening in Abia State. It's because of people of Abia have decided to put things together. That's just the thing. We can do that here in Rivers State. So I want to appeal they should allow the government to concentrate on development. I think that he can declare a state of emergency on our education, infrastructure development, health, and also because we need this thing put in place.
All right. Inada George, Chima, quickly, let's hear you before we come back to my guest. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, I think I'm not against the governor visiting the president. For me, it's a weapon development. But my misgiving is when governor is commending the president for declaring state of emergency in his own state, which of course everybody view as illegal. And those who know the law, they view that state of emergency as illegal. So I fought that governor statement. Then on the issue of governor supporters, look, Ms. Andrew, I said it before and I will repeat it again. The governor was wrong to have gone for that negotiation table. Even though we don't know whatever came out of that table, it was under secrecy, the governor ought to have gone there with his supporters. You understand? Everybody would have been addressed on that very negotiation table. But no, he went there alone. At the end of the day, we are seeing something like this coming out, where somebody would tell us to take permission from him before we could go to welcome governor. I was not there,
But I commend the people who went there to welcome governor. They do not need the permission of Bright Amehule before they can go there. River State belongs to all of us, and the governor, of course, is a politician.
All right, Chima, thank you. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, but let me state, my guest, as yesterday, Bright Amehule, did not also say that they should take permission from him before they go and welcome the governor. That was not the point he made and not the point he was trying to make. In case we missed it, go back online on Facebook and listen to the conversation again and try to understand exactly the point he was trying to make. Meanwhile, Mr. Enyi, you've heard the callers. I'm pretty sure you still have a few more things to say in the remaining minutes. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you see, and all the callers, apart from Chima Dike, who was more political and he's not ready. I had what...
No, it's his opinion. It mustn't be not political. That's his opinion.
I had when he called in during the yesterday's program, and those persons are just there to continue the politics as it is. But for Ifiemi Fubara, his interest is peace in River State. Let me tell you, assuming that program that day, the reception of the governor that day, were organized by a particular group of persons that were not the entire River State, but then those persons are more than perfect. You know why? In all that thing, you won't see any political statement. In all that thing, you didn't see banner. The first time in River State that the light of the governor is coming back or was coming back, there was no banner welcoming him. That is to tell you that thing, the organization of that thing were from individuals who are may not be majorly politicians. If not so, you would have seen the people of Emoha local government welcome the governor. Opopo Nkoro people welcome the governor. Ogubulo people welcome the governor and all that stuff. It will be a people and that, but you won't see anything of such. So the persons who organized that, assuming it was organized by some set of persons that are beyond perfect. But that's also to tell you that there was no formal meeting as to that effect. If we want to do something tomorrow, from now and the next 30 minutes, we would have printed banners. So that is to tell you. But however, for River State, our interest is peace. Our interest is what the governor have said. Let us move forward for governance and nothing more. For Ifiemi Fubara, I don't know whether that was what made him end my confidence, is that he have always seen the development of River State as the next thing. My dear brother, let me even tell you, Hilda Bassey organized a program in Lagos, and I had over 20,000 persons were in attendance. You know why? In Lagos State, it is the rivers in rivers. If you organize such program in River State, you won't see up to 1,000 persons, because everything about River State is presumed to be political.
Yeah, well, the Bole Festival proved otherwise, though.
But persons there were not up to 20,000 in the Bole Festival. You can't get such number, for Christ's sake. Bole Festival, people went there, what do I say? People went there to eat Bole also to catch fun, and was organized by but I'm coming.
I think the point you're trying to make.
I'm coming. This one is, you see, like in Lagos, assuming this thing happened in Lagos State, you may not colorate it more to politics, because you won't even also see such a number of persons. And that is why President Tinubu has been having his field day in Lagos, because there were not too much concentration of politics in Lagos State. There are so many investments. There are things to do. Unlike River State, where if you want to develop River State, problem will come out. Assuming River State is as developed as Lagos, you can't say that Lagos people that went to receive their governor are cultists or are his supporters. So what people are not telling us is that it's only people who voted for the governor that you will govern in River State. Is they know nothing.
Okay, Mr. Enyi, thank you very much. We go on a commercial now. Thank you for your time. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Good morning.
Thank you.
Meals have a way of taking us